Hello once again, this is Uncle Jimmy with Jimmy's Train Station and Travel Adventures, and today we're on another great adventure, me and my son, and we have the appropriate shirts. His says respect the groundhog, and mine says I just like groundhogs, okay? And to go along with where we're at, we're in Punxsutawney, PA. It's hard to say, but I got it right that time. Punxsutawney is where Punxsutawney Phil's from. The famous Groundhog Day, February 2nd every year. This is the town where they made Groundhog Day in the movie famous here in PA, and it's where every year on the 2nd of February they have Groundhog's Day and have a festival here and see if the groundhog sees its shadow, and if it does, it's 6 more weeks of winter. So we're here and we're gonna go film some areas. We're gonna go see Punxsutawney Phil and his wife Phyllis and their 2 babies. They just had 2 babies, and give you a little history of it. We're gonna go up to Gobbler's Knob and see where they actually released the groundhog for its shadow, and there's statues all through town of groundhogs, different ones, like one at the fire station dressed like a fireman. There's one at Wendy's restaurant that's dressed like Wendy's. So we're gonna go around and go on this adventure. So I ask if you're following us on this adventure, subscribe if you haven't already, give it a thumbs up, feel free to leave comments, suggestions as always, and enjoy this adventure with us as we go through Punxsutawney and check out all the sights. So follow us on this adventure. So like I said, all through town, we're at the Farmers National Bank, and this is the first statue we come of a groundhog. And they're all through town, like I said. And this one's of a banker. So they got Punxsutawney Phil dressed up in different things at different locations. But that's the first one we come to. And we'll show you a few others. Along one, let's see Phil and Phyllis and his 2 new kids. And then we'll try to get to Gobbler's Knob and show you where they do Groundhog's Day. Give you a little bit of history on that, so follow us. And here we are at the Punxsutawney Police Department, and here's another statue. A Punxsutawney Phil dressed as a police officer with his canine. And Forbes, go up there and stand by so we can show them. It's like life size, so you can see the size of them. Then around here in the corner, we just seen on the opposite side of the police station's the fire department, and they got one over here for the fire department. We'll go ahead and walk through here and I'll show you it. And this is the fire department, and here's Punxsutawney Phil dressed as a firefighter. So we're in town here at the library, and we're going to go see Punxsutawney Phil and Phyllis and their 2 new babies. So if they're over here, they keep them downtown here in a burrow at the library. With a piece of glass you can look in and see them. So we're gonna go check them out, so follow us on this adventure. So we're at the library, and over there's a Statue of Liberty figure of Phil. There's one over across the street. They're all over the place, all through town. There's one right here. of Punxsutawney Phil. February 2nd, the weather capital of the world. And right here is Phil's burrow, where Phil is. If we can see Phil, hopefully we can see him. I might be Phil right there, or one of the babies, I'm not sure.
There's one there, one there, one there.
That's probably Phil up there asleep. But it could be
There's
Phil
one
over
back
there. There's
there.
one over there.
One
This
right
might
there.
be one of the new babies they just had, Sonny, or
Oh, there's one over there in the water.
there's one over here in the water.
Yeah, it's like in the corner.
It's back in the corner. You really can't see him, but I think that's probably Phil back here sleeping. I hope you're able to see it. But this is where they keep them until they do a gobbler's knob, or they do on February 2nd. So they got a nice little place here to keep them and feed them. But one of the Phil's right there in the, pretty sure that's him in the middle, but I really can't say. That could be him back there, or that could be Phyllis, his wife. But there's 4 of them in there.
I was gonna bring this.
Yeah, and my son brought his own Punxsutawney Phil for the occasion, as he had a Thai Punxsutawney Phil that he had, so that's pretty cool. So we brought him along. And then over here there's a little statue of a groundhog. Says Punxsutawney Phil, presented by his admirers, July 9th, 1977. A little statue of him. So we're gonna drop by Wendy's and show you the one at Wendy's. I gotta show you that one because it's dressed like Wendy, like Dave's daughter of Wendy's, the restaurant. And then we'll head out to Gobbler's Knob so you can see where they do the Groundhog Day on February 2nd every year. It's a big celebration here. The town gets really busy. They have a big festival and everything. So follow us on this adventure. So we're out here at Gobbler's Knob to show you where they do Groundhog's Day. And me and my son got a few gifts from the gift shop. Want to show what you got?
Okay. So what I got was
A little chocolate Phil.
chocolate, and I also got this really funny hat.
He got him a winter groundhog hat. And I got my wife, as usual. I always get her coffee, so I got Phyllis's blend of hazelnut coffee, which is really good. So that's what I got my wife. And we're gonna take Phil here, or baby Phil, Ty, and reenact Groundhog's Day for you. And I was gonna take you by Wendy's, but you get the idea with the statues. So we'll end it here at Gobbler's Knob. Seems like a good place to end the story. But I am going to give you a little history as we walk down to the stage. This has been going on since either it was 1887 or 1888. I haven't got that story straight because I looked it up on the web. But it started one of those years, and the saying goes that Phil's 137 or 47 years old. As they're saying, they got an elixir in there that's Phil's elixir, and every time he takes a sip, it adds 7 years to his life. Now, it only works for Phil. It don't work for humans or Phyllis. He gets a new Phyllis every 7 years, a new wife. So that is the saying. And there's rumor that they ate the first Phil, but that's not true. Because how could they eat the first Phil if he's 147 years old? He's still alive, right? But the rumor is that they did, but that's not true. So what it was is, this all started out as a hunting club for groundhog. As a groundhog hunting club is the way it all started. And then they started in honor of Phil. They did eat groundhog and Feast on Groundhog that first year, at Phil's first viewing here, but they honored Phil and kept him alive, and he's still alive. He's 147 years old. And I asked if I could have a drink of the elixir, and she said no, because it only works on groundhogs and not humans. So that's the story. But we're going to go down here to the stage and reenact it for you. And this is the actual stage where they do it every February the 2nd every year. And they've got a whole 12 men in top hats that take care of Phil, right? And cater to him. And they're like the important committee that's selected of like 12 men, kind of like disciples to Phil, that takes care of him and sees to his needs, and makes sure he stays healthy and all that stuff. Yeah, we did. We went in town and did see Phil. We couldn't tell which one was him and which one was Phil's, but we seen one of his kids. I think it was Sonny, and they had two kids. I can't remember the girls.
Really? I didn't see. We didn't go.
The boy's name's Sonny, but I can't remember the girl's name.
Oh, that's neat.
So here we are, folks. This is where it happens every February the 2nd of every year since 1887, I believe. And there's a burrow up under the stage, I guess, and my son's going to go reenact it for you. So it's the weather capital of the world, Punxsutawney, PA, home of Punxsutawney Phil, Gobbler's Knob we're at. So how's this work, Forbes? Can you explain to him how it works? So he's got Phil sitting up on top of there. The way it works is they open this little door here in the front. You want to come and show them the door in the front, Forbes? And open it and show them. So this is where Phil comes out on the stage. He comes up out of there somehow. I'm not sure. I guess they put him in there. They just set him in there and they open it up. And he comes out, and if he sees his shadow and runs back in, then it's 6 more weeks of bad winter. If not, then it's just 6 weeks of regular winter. So this is where it happens, right here on stage every year, February 2nd. It's been going on here since 1877. You want to put Phil down there by the door and see if he sees a shadow. So what's he going to do? He come out, and he stayed out. So that means not going to have bad weather. So that's good. Winter's over. But that's how it's done, folks. And I hope you enjoyed this video of Punxsutawney Phil and the story of Punxsutawney Phil, and hope you enjoyed it. Me and Forbes enjoyed coming here and checking it all out. So that'll be it. If you're watching this, please subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave comments, suggestions, or anything you'd like to see in the future. Please like the video. And in the meantime, go out and have your own adventures and enjoy life. Till next time, this is Uncle Jimmy, Jimmy's Train Station Travel Adventures. Goodbye.